Hey guys, what's up? It's your boy T, and I got Mark in the building.
Hey there.
And we're doing another episode of The Road to 100K, which is my haul series where I basically try to build that 100K collection with no double, no fillers. But we got a good packed day today, so we're going to get right to it. So normally right here what I would do is I would kind of show you like the hardcovers I got for the week, but I actually didn't get any hardcovers. So just for, we got a lot of new people coming, a lot of new subscribers, so I'm just going to catch up the kind of the philosophies of the video. So we're basically building a 100K collection. When I say no fillers, I basically mean no filler to me. So second prints that are Mattina, yeah, that is filler, but hey, I like it. I like him as an artist. The second thing I wanted to make sure to reiterate for everybody is that all eBay prices are actually sold prices. So when I'm telling you that this book went for that or that, this isn't asking. This is actually sold price. And the last thing I wanted to go over just for all the newcomers was that the values of the collection are being derived on Comic Realm. I know it's not perfectly accurate, but it's the easiest way to kind of keep track of it. They keep track of the trends of values, and also, hey, who cares what it's worth? Because, after all, comics are only worth what anybody says. So it's just a fun benchmark to follow along with the video. So I picked up a lot of good books this week, so we're going to get right to them. So the first book I picked up this week was Wonder Woman 35, which is the Terry Dodson Justice League cover variant. I really like this. It's the movie variant. I like how Terry Dodson drew all the characters, especially Wonder Woman. I find it has a very Adam Hughes-esque look.
It does.
The face is a little bit off, but other than that, man, I thought that was awesome. And I always pick up the Dodson stuff, so I thought, why not?
Is Friesen done with the B covers? No?
I think I seen maybe she might be doing a few more, or maybe she moved on actually, because I think
she's
she was
on
doing
Batman
Black
now.
Panther.
And
I
she's
think
doing Batman now.
Yeah.
Oh no, sorry, that's Joelle Jones.
Yeah,
my bad.
She's doing that Black Panther ones. She had a connecting one that just came out, so maybe she's moving on to Marvel. I don't know. The next book I picked up was, I saw this going for $25. Now, I'm going to LOL that, man. That was an outlier. There's no way this book's going for $25. Somebody must have been mistaken. But this is the Mattina second print, and it's probably one of the only covers that I usually grab the lenticulars of these because I liked the homage, but there's a couple that I do like the actual cover, and the Mattina one is one since I do collect his stuff. So I thought that was awesome.
So the new cover is the second print cover?
Yeah, the second print cover is the new cover. And they don't give you an homage, so, that is an homage, but you know what I mean.
But at least you can see the new artwork.
Yeah,
because it was kind of lost in lenticulars.
I agree. It was actually, the new artwork was completely lost in the lenticulars. That's why I actually grabbed the second. And I was happy about that, because I bought the lenticulars for the original homages images anyway. So the next book I picked up was Thanos number 13. This is another Mike McKone headshot. At first I was kind of on these hard because the place I was going to saw them for cover price, but now I go on eBay and nobody wants anything for these. I'm sure all the stores must have got a million trying to get the lenticulars. So, but still, man, Thanos is one of my favorite villains, so I thought that was a worthy pickup. I also grabbed the 1 to 25 variant. It's going for I seen it go for as much as 38 on eBay, but that was a bit of an outlier. It kind of averagely goes for about 25. This is the 1 to 25 Raphael Albuquerque variant. One of the stores I went to, they have the 1 to 25s for only $10. So I was like, hey man, for $10, a 1 to 25 Thanos. I really like how the Infinity Gauntlet's really shine in there. It's got kind of a grainy look. Yeah, man, I like that book.
That's a beautiful cover.
Yeah, it is. And for 10 for the 1 to 25, man, I was like, I will take that.
Not only 10, it's 10 Canadian. That's what.
yeah. That's like 4 US. The next book that I picked up was just the Mattina Camuncoli cover of Star Wars Darth Vader. I'm not actually reading this book, I just really love Mattina, and I thought it was really cool how they actually show Darth Vader out of his suit. You can see how the pieces are floating. I didn't realize he was so ripped under there. I don't know, man. I want to go back to the first movie. I don't remember this rippage, but hey. No, but I thought that was cool, so.
This run of Mattina covers on Darth Vader are amazing.
Oh,
I actually read this book.
Yeah.
It's been a good haul since the beginning.
It's been an awesome thing. So the next thing I picked up was the Sheena, Queen of the Jungle #3, just the regular Moratat cover. This was a straight dude pickup, just straight up caught my eye. If you're all about boob covers, quote unquote, like, come on, man. I don't know, I liked it though.
I'm surprised that book fit in the bag.
It almost, like, look, it's bending. No, but yeah, no, I liked it actually. I thought it was a nice, sexy image. Hey, gotta pick them up. The next book I picked up was going for about $12 on eBay, and that is The Incredible Hulk 710. This is the 1/10 Jack Kirby variant. I always try to collect up Kirby art. You know, I doubt, Mark has told me horror stories, you're never getting a SIG, but hey, I'll still collect it up. The only thing I find is, does Hulk look short?
It's very short.
He looks weird, like, I don't know, but hey man, it's some new Kirby art. I decided to get it anyways. That is horrible scaling, but hey.
If you could get a Kirby signature on that, I'd be very impressed.
The next book I picked up was Harley Quinn 32, because you know I'm going with them, the Frank Cho variant. Again, man, these last three, we're talking about the Halloween, the like maybe last four. I even like the yoga, but this one's really nice. I like the coy look, bat behind her, or her hammer behind the head. Dash Hound, someone in the comments, please, if you read this book, the Dash Hound, why?
I thought he was dead. Spoilers.
Oh, is he? I don't know if that's a spoiler or not, man. It's not spoiling it for me. Get him off the covers if he's dead. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. But yeah, I like this. I got a surprise for you. It's kind of got like that coy little thing. Cool cover.
I need to find myself one of those.
You know I got one for you. The next book is going for about, I've seen it go for as much as 10, but it averagely goes for about 6 to 7. I think 10 was a bit of the outlier, but this is Batman 35. This is the Tony S. Daniel milestone, as I'm calling it, variant, where he's just got the big number on there, even though it's the 35. I thought these were cool. I've got the Superman and all those so far, so. I also picked up the Amazing Spider-Man Renew Your Vows. This is the 1/25 Michael Walsh variant. I actually thought this was really cool art, and again, that store had the 1/25s for 10, so I thought, hey, an Amazing Spidey book. I do like how okay, so it's got a very rustic style. It almost, I don't want to say the words childish, but it's, I don't know, I like it though. It's cool. It's cool. Next book I picked up was that same Amazing Spider-Man Renew Your Vows, but this one is the Carrie Randolph homage, and of course it's homaging the ASM 252, where Peter Parker dons the black costume for the first time. You know me, hey man, lenticulars are coming down to the end for me, so it's pretty much only Spidey covers at this point. Speaking of which, the next one is Ben Reilly, the Scarlet Spider. This was number 10. And this is the Dan Mora lenticular homage, and it homages ASM 51, which is the second appearance of Kingpin and his first cover appearance. So yeah, I actually want this ASM 51 in real, like for real. This is an awesome book. Next thing I picked up, I kind of went, you know what, Dark Knight's Metal was so good, I don't think this series is going to be as big as it, but I decided to go in on it anyways, and that is the Doomsday Clock. So, you know, I picked up a couple covers of that. I picked up this regular one. The next two go for about 10 a piece, and that is the lenticular. And as you can see, interesting enough, this actually isn't a side to side, it's an up and down. So I don't know. I don't know why they changed that. Maybe they wanted the image to be cleaner. And then lastly, also going for 10, I picked up the 11:57 p.m. Gary Frank Midnight release. So, we'll see what happens. I don't think it's going to be as good as Dark Knights. I don't even know why they didn't wait for Dark Knights to finish, but hey, let's get on to the next, I guess.
I think Metal's a special deal because it's a superstar book, right? You got Capullo and Snyder,
yeah,
and then you got Jim Lee covers,
and then they went into a whole different kind of world thing where they...
And it's just like it's anything
side
that's crazy.
Story, yeah.
Like that joke, The Bat Who Laughs,
yeah,
is actually a good book.
Oh, it is. It's an amazing book.
I read this and I'm kind of jaded because I read Metal and I like Metal.
I know, I actually liked Metal a lot. And speaking of The Bat Who Laughs and how good it is, going for already 15 up to is, of course, The Bat Who Laughs. We started a podcast recently called Comic Collectors Inc. You should maybe search for that, check it out. We're getting that up and going. But we actually read this book for one of our very first podcasts, and it was awesome, man. Like, the mix between Batman, I can't even say enough about how good and how awesome I thought this book was. It was really dark, cool, happy to have this.
I'll throw a link to the podcast in the description. So.
Yeah, we'll have that in the description. Also, yeah, this is just a really good foil, good read, and they were hard to get. I had to pick through a lot of them to get a nice one because DC in these foils, man, it's hard to get clean ones. Next book I picked up was one of the only, it was The Punisher 218. It was another one. I just really liked The War Machine. I liked it back in the day. I've always liked this book. This actually has a little bit of significance as a new book because this is where Punisher or Frank Castle dons the War Machine for the first time. So now I guess he's got the War Machine armor in the Punisher book. I don't know how that plays out. This is the Tim Bradstreet lenticular variant, and it homages Iron Man 282, which is the first appearance of the War Machine armor. So
that sounds punishing to me.
Yeah, I know. The next book I picked up, I've seen it go for as much as 23. Again, that was an outlier. It's mainly going for 10 to 14.
But still.
But that is the all-new Wolverine #1 hip-hop variant. And this is homaging DMX, Flesh of My Flesh, Blood of My Blood. I only picked up the covers of the albums that I listened to or recognize immediately from being a kid or, young adult. To be fair, I was a young adult. I remember hearing these songs in the club, so I wasn't like 8.
Who was the artist on that?
I think this was a Caron Grant, and this is a wicked cover, man. Like a lot of people, this is actually sought after. This one, there's a couple. You got one of these?
Yeah.
Sweet. Yeah. So I picked this up at the time.
I was stupid. I picked up every single one.
I did too. I had to sell them off because I didn't want them. I ended up only keeping the albums I actually liked.
I did the same thing too.
So, the next I got was Catwoman #68, which is an Adam Hughes cover. Nothing too big about this. I'm always trying to collect up all the Catwomans and Wonder Womans. So this is just another one to go in this collection. Going for about 12, and this actually fell in value quite a bit, but I still picked it up because I thought it was cool, and that is Batman 40, the combo pack. This was actually a hard combo pack to get. This was near the end of the combo packs. If I could have flipped this in the beginning, I think it was going for like 25 to 40 at one point, like something crazy. It's come right down to earth, but I'm actually keeping it. At the time, I believe Batman dies in it, so that's why another reason why it was sought after at the time. But I like the old combo variants, and the fact that it does have that in it, I'll keep it. Next ones I picked up, I actually picked these books up a while ago. But it took a long time for them to come in the mail. CBCS is slow as heck, but I was still happy to get them. These are some slabs I got. I don't have many slabs. Most of the slabs I have are books I slab myself because I don't like slab premium prices, but that's another rant for another video. Hey, add the price of the slabbing, but the arbitrary $200 just because it's slabbed, I'm not into it. But the first one I got actually was the Fix #1. And this is a nice 9.8. This is the Image Expo variant. I got this from the Expo and got Steve Lieber to sign it. So it's actually a nice signed edition. He did a little sketch, which is also in my notes. So that's awesome. I was really happy to get that book. The next slab that I picked up was, or I didn't pick up, that I finally received in the mail was my Amazing Spider-Man 301. It came back in a 9.2, and as you can see, it's signed by the man, my boy Todd. Yeah, man, it was good. This has a red label because it's just, they authenticate it. But hey, man, that's good enough for me. I usually don't like signed books, but with the authentication that you can send in after, you don't need the CGC witness on the spot. Now I love this book, man, because no one can take away. I got this signed myself, so I know it's authentic anyways, but yeah, man.
That was a 5-hour authentication process.
Yeah, man. We waited in line for hours, man. Like, trust me, my fandom cannot be questioned. The next book that I got is actually one of my favorite ASM books. I've even brought it up before, and that is ASM 328. And This one came back at a 9.0. This is actually Todd McFarlane's last work on Spider-Man, but it's actually one of my favorite books because he punches Hulk into space, man. Like, Spidey punches Hulk into space. That's what I'm talking about. Cosmic Spidey. If you guys remember that, that's kind of an old thing now, but I loved Spidey when he was cosmic. As you can see, they've clearly labeled that it's some newsstand action, and it is newsstand. But hey, man, if I have now that I have newsstands, no, I'm just kidding. I don't waffle. No, but yeah, man, this is an awesome book, and of course, signed by my boy Todd. So the reason why you see that I have all this Spidey stuff up today is because I actually really bolstered my Spidey collection. I got those 2 books, and then these next couple books, which are really big and I'm happy to have. As you know, I'm collecting the high Spideys, so I got the ASM 669, which is the 1/15 Todd Knock variant, and it's got like Dan Slott holding Spidey, kind of a little bit of that homage or whatever. I like it. I don't know. It's cool. One of the high 600s, that's a variant, harder to get. The next book I got was actually one, I actually picked this up at the same thing, and I got it because Todd McFarlane and Stan Lee was there, so I actually got this signed at the time as well. And that is an ASM 38, nice quality, which is actually the second Mary Jane Watson. You don't actually get to see her face, or this is actually the second, this is the second Mary Jane, but you don't see her face. This is a nice old book. I love me some old Spideys, signed by Stan Lee, and now that I know about that authentication process, I would have sent this with it, but I didn't know that they did that, and so I was just testing it out with the Todds, but I'm definitely going to have to send that in eventually. And wait the 8 months, but hey.
Well, now that it's owned by Beckett Media, I'm hoping that they speed up the process a bit.
Yeah, because that was a long wait. Like, I'm talking about those books got signed in April. Like, we're in November here.
But I think it's because they sent it away for the authentication, because they supposedly don't do that in-house.
Which is good, though. Hey, man, if that's what they want to say to make it so that I know the signatures are real because I actually obtained them in myself, but if that's what they need to do to say that that's an actual official process, not something that anyone can question, I'm happy with it. Because sometimes I actually feel that signed books are ruined books, and that's why I don't get, like, big stuff signed, because now it's just got a signature on it, man. If I can't verify who it is, like, who knows? So the very last book I got this for a smoking deal. I couldn't pass it up. You know that, like, a lot of my criteria is the 8.0s, but hey, man, this is, in an 8.0, I can't afford this. So the 4.0 is going to be happy, and that is an ASM 6, First Lizard, and I believe his origin as well. Yep, first origin and appearance of the Lizard, Doc Curt Connors, man. I'm super happy to have this book. It's like most places are trying to say, like, I got this for a smoking deal. I got it. Alright guys, thanks for joining me for another episode of The Road to 100K. Because of those books, man, today's value, especially getting those books back from CGC, we're up to 5110, man. I broke the $5,000 mark. You don't understand, when I started this, I probably had about like 10 long boxes, and it was maybe worth like 3. And that's why I want to prove to myself that I could, like, put together a nice, worthwhile collection. So make sure that you like, subscribe, check out SaddleCityComics.com, hit the bell, do all that good stuff. And lastly, I didn't have any trades today, so if you guys have any good stories, any good arcs, even an arc, like if you're like Avengers 56 to 65 is a great read, like, let me know in the comments, man, because I want to pick up more trades. I want to read all the iconic stuff that I missed. So make sure you do that. Again, like, subscribe, check out that Comic Collectors Inc. Make sure you check out all the content we got coming, and I'll see you next time. I got Mark with me.
Take care. Bye-bye.
See you guys.
Bye-bye.